You guys, if you've been paying attention to my videos for almost going on 9 years, I've said there's a certain mindset that exists in society. And people don't like it when black men are in the position of authority or perceived authority. They don't like when we're smarter or we're quick on the draw, or if we're warning people about certain things because they like, how dare you know things that I don't know? Well, if you guys remember me saying that, the reason why the dynamic in the schools have changed, that a lot of these kids are doing the shit they doing is because there's no disciplinary anywhere at home or in the school system. And it started to change around about 1987. And a lot of it come from them not wanting black teachers, male or female, to discipline their children. See, when I was starting out school, I was blessed to have black teachers my formative years, meaning the kindergarten, first, second grade, and there were females. And I remember all their names. As far as I know, the last one I heard years ago had died of cancer. But I don't know if the others are still alive or not. If they are, God bless them. They not, may they rest in peace. While they wasn't perfect, they taught us. They made sure we learned basic communication skills, our alphabets, certain things historically, things that white kids are taught every day. But they also taught us to have pride in ourselves because they knew that every kid that came in that room didn't have a strong family influence, or families may not be as well educated. And I was blessed to have my mother and father take me and my siblings and explore the world around us. But it wasn't until we transferred to public school you start noticing there was a difference. And still, but there was still black teachers that cared and gave it down. But when you start interacting with white teachers, that was the difference. Because back then, they used to be able to punish you, corporal punishment with a ruler. But when they realized you had a lot of these male black teachers and female teachers, especially male teachers, they said, "Nah, we got to get rid of corporal punishment." The idea of a male black teacher making a white boy or white girl stick their hand out and smacking it, they couldn't take that. So what happened was the dynamic in the school started to change. So a lot of the things that we had to deal with, these kids don't deal with. This is why they fit and go to school and do whatever the fuck they want, say what they want. This is why you got a lot of teenage pregnancies and shit. Because back then we knew. I mean, you can't stop a kid from having sex. They're gonna find a way. But back then, teachers used to be able to say something. You know what I mean? And a lot of these, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I think back to my grammar school years, in my freshman year of high school, I think maybe one or two girls that during that time period were pregnant. And the one girl went to a school, we don't know where she went to, but we knew she came from a pretty rough environment. But all the other girls in the classroom, even if they were having sex, they wasn't pregnant during that time frame. So it depends on how you was raised, and I'm telling you, not to make it like Gen Xers are perfect or baby boomers or whatever are perfect, but the shit that came up, stuff that happened behind us, it set these people, these young brothers and sisters up for a disaster. And now when they hit their mid 20s or their 30s, they're confused. They keep making these same mistakes over and over again. Mistakes they usually made at the age of 18, 19, maybe 25 max. Once you get past 25, you're supposed to have your head on. You're supposed to know what you're doing. At least you're supposed to. But everybody's not blessed to be born with common sense. But anyways, back to the school thing. I noticed that there's been stories since I left school where students either shot the school, mostly a large majority of them white and Hispanic. Um, and there have been kids fighting teachers at school. And usually those are black kids, when they fighting teachers and shit. And I'm sitting there like, what's up with these kids? But then you start looking at the parents and the PTA and different groups. They defend these kids wherever they do, which is crazy. But I came across a news story where in California, a student got into a fight with a teacher. Now the media make it like the teacher was in the bag, even though they know the story, that they still blame the teacher. Now the teacher's a 64-year-old black man, so that makes a lot of difference right there. What happened was schools got dress codes now. See, when I was in school, they didn't have a dress code. I mean, they had a dress code, but it's not like today's dress code where you got to be sort of like in a uniform. Or back then, I guess the biggest thing we had got in trouble with is wearing that Bart Simpson shirt with "I'm Bart Simpson, who the hell are you?" If y'all remember back during when the Simpsons premiered, or girls wearing something that was see through or too tight. That was or a boy was wearing a crazy ass haircut or something. That's what these kids is wearing, doing shit that we didn't do. Bringing toys to school. And I mean toys. I'm talking about sexual toys. They got cell phones. We didn't have no cell phones in us. We had a pay phone. We went to about an office. It was about an office. But pay phones are pretty much non-existent now. But the thing is, these kids can cut off their cell phones when they enter the classroom, but they won't do it. And they got technology they can use to do this. They can block a signal where you can only receive emergency text messages and whatnot, or you have to go through the school if there's something going on. Call the school. But what happened is this kid come into the class music room, and the teacher said, "Hey, you gotta leave." There's a dress code. And this boy started calling him all kinds of niggas, threatening to kick his ass, getting his face, doing all kinds of. And the teacher walked away. He knew what the boy was doing. And you had the classmates in the back egging him on. This was like a predominantly Hispanic school. And they egging him on. And the boy's talking shit, but he's calling this grown man a nigger. And he's saying it multiple times. Now, I keep warning people. Those of us of a certain age ain't going to take that being called nigger shit. Worst thing black celebrities have done since 1989 is rationalize use that word. So everybody feel they can use it now with impunity. But those of us born in a certain time frame, you ain't gonna be saying that. And then a 64-year-old black man, and let some high school student do that? No, fuck no. But then the boy threw a basketball at him. Now you throw an object and hit this man. You threaten this man's life. You make racially insensitive remarks. He's a human being. He beat the shit out of the kid. The kid got back up. He wanted to still fight, but he know he got his ass kicked. But then you had other classmates in the room grabbing and hitting on him. Another Hispanic boy. You got the Hispanic people coming and grabbing the teacher instead of grabbing the boy. So he gets arrested, and then you get parents. You could tell the so-called Hispanics. Now, some of them look like they Puerto Rican. Some are Mexican. Some look like they Cuban. But there's a large contingent of Hispanics in this school. And the one woman, like, he should know better. No, this child should know better. This young teenage boy should know better. You threaten a 60-something-year-old man. You call him a nigger multiple occasions. Then you threw something at him. The man had right in the world to beat the shit out of him. And then you got some parents who can't even speak English defending the teacher. And the other students saying, yeah, he called him a nigger. Now, let me tell you something. There's certain jobs that I knew I couldn't do before I went into the service. And there's jobs that I know damn sure I can't do now with the training I received. But that boy look at that man and kill him. I know some brothers would have choked the living shit out of him. I would have. This is why a lot of black folks, when they talk about migrants and immigrants in the black community, we don't say shit. We sort of like, you on your own. Because the so-called Hispanic man or Latino man or woman or a child, they want to be white. Even though their culture, even their appearance is more aligned with us. Yeah, I know people say they got white Hispanics, but still culturally, socially, they culture come from us. Just like the so-called Native American, the so-called Italian, the so-called Arab, the so-called Hindu, the so-called Asian or Armenian. These motherfuckers have more connection to us than they care to admit. They've been chasing whiteness. And white folks have been slick saying, they're left to be white. But what happened was too many of them came in the country. And see, they didn't mind them stopping in our community. They didn't mind them blocking us. But now they're in their neighborhoods, in their schools, in their places of employment. And now they running for office. And laws are being changed too fast to see we still everybody's go-to fuck with. Because we don't push back. But the so-called Hispanic person, who was Donald Trump went after? Donald Trump was talking about black folk for years, but his election campaign started talking about Hispanics. And this is the fucked up part. Who been helping Hispanics? The so-called the Democrats, right? But guess how they vote? They vote to the right. You don't believe me? Go look at the statistics who voted for Obama. So I remember they kept saying, well, it was white folks and Hispanics that gave Obama his win. No. It was the Asian community that voted Obama in more. and it was more blacks. But they got y'all thinking that Hispanics and the blacks in this coalition. Blacks tried to be in a coalition with them. I went to school with these motherfuckers. I know how treacherous they can be. I've worked with them, worked next to them. They're opera freaking tuners. Not all of them. And I don't want everybody who identifies Hispanic or could call themselves Latino to think that I'm shitting on them. Because there are people that I know who are Hispanic or who are Latino or Latin, however they want to be described, looked upon, who are good people, who are sweet, hardworking people. And I can never get mad at them for wanting to better themselves. I don't get mad at that. But when you sit here and you start acting like you white or thinking you white and have that tone, and you can let that word nigga fly out your mouth, but we don't call them out of their names like they call us out of their name. I ain't heard no rap album call somebody a spick. I'm waiting for a rapper to say they spick. Remember how Jennifer Lopez felt comfortable saying nigga? But what if I call her a bean eating bitch, a Taco Bell eating bitch, a baby factory, nothing but all she had was ass. How she got her claim to fame is fucking everything. People say I'm out of line or whatever, even though it's truth to that. There's a lot of them that sits back. Sofia Vergara, all these motherfuckers that are popular for certain attributes that have been associated with our women for years. They sit back and they try to do everything to outshine a black woman. We already know how the Hispanic male feel about the black man. Remember that a few months ago, that dark skinned so-called Latino was offended by that Puerto Rican dude. And I'm like, dude, you just as dark as some brothers. You ain't a suntan away for somebody considering you more black than Puerto Rican. They feel they can say whatever they want to say in the black community, let them get away with it. We even let them come into our communities and get jobs. I mean, when I was in high school, you didn't have no Hispanic people coming into a black neighborhood doing that. But that goes back to the parents and the kids not telling these kids, hey, you have a work ethic, take pride in your community. Because I've gone into McDonald's and I'm like, okay, what's wrong with this? This neighborhood is predominantly black, but you see nothing but Hispanics in here. Then on the weekend, they throw black kids on a Friday and Saturday shift or a Sunday to give them, or when they decide they want to bounce and go down to Mexico for Christmas, Thanksgiving to Christmas or whatever, through the winter, they got the black kids working. That happened in some locations I was in. I went up and said, this don't seem right. And then it's this myth they work harder. No, they don't. And you know who's been marching for the $15 hour wage? Them. When black folks talking about just a simple pay increase, go up a quarter, 50 cents. That's it's not doable. These motherfuckers like, I want $15 an hour. Don't realize that they got machines now at McDonald's that can make the sandwiches themselves. And black folks follow right behind them instead of saying, okay, this is a pit stop. I'm going to try to do something better. Or I'm going to work my way up to management or something like that. Or I'm going to go back to school. Or I'm going to get a trade or something. These fuckers froze us out of construction industry. These motherfuckers froze out of landscaping. Every time we done something, we sit there and say, in the back of our mind, I think we said, oh, these are brothers and sisters. And they get in and they dominate. But then they turn around and say, you a nigga. This teenager called this 64-year-old man a nigga and threatened him. And then threw a ball and then the brother tried to say, what, you a punk? You hear me talking to you? And the kids in the classrooms egging them on, and then you had them jump on, and the brother at the end of the video said, who hit me? Who hit me? But you got people saying the black guys are wrong. See, it's funny. People can shit on us, but we defend ourselves. We the bad guys of the story. This is why when Donald Trump goes after them or they be using them as a fear tactic, I don't say anything, because when Trump and all these people say shit about us, what was that coalition at? What was they marching with us? I see these talking heads on TV talking about this. They never call out this behavior. Just like the gay community. They throw us under the bus. I'm like, wait a minute. Why is it that we always got to be the one to take the fucking lead? This brother was not wrong. I mean, yeah, in the ideal world, you wish he didn't hit this kid. But the thing is, they came at him. They threatened him. The boy touched him. He threw that ball at him. And then he got in the guy's face. And he called him a nigga again. And that brother snapped. They're talking about he need to lose his job. No, if he loses a job, then the boy should be kicked out of school completely. They do this too much in the schools when it comes out of black teachers, especially male teachers. I'm not saying the black kids that go to school are perfect. There black kids that like to get in the males and female teachers' faces. We've seen it. But when others do it, they doing it from that white supremacist standpoint. I mean, he called him a nigger. And the kid said, yeah, what he saying was racist to the teacher. They both were wrong. Yeah, okay, fine. But no, it's no false equivalent. The teacher was doing what he was doing. You had to enforce the rules. He told the boy to go to the office, and the boy started threatening him. And now you got people talking about he deserved it. And then the media like teacher attack student. That's disingenuous. I mean, then it goes back to saying that a black person is always going to be looked upon as the villain, especially a black man. Now, this image I want to show y'all, and I want y'all to realize that this is probably the clearest image so far that I can find. But right here, this is they fighting, and you see nothing but Hispanics in this room, and they was laughing and everything. But some of them said the boy was in the wrong. I won't leave that image up too long because I'm not gonna celebrate what this kid did. But the fact is that these kids have learned. They have 30 years worth of disobeying the authority. If you can't respect the teacher, how you gonna respect your boss? This is why a lot of them, when they get frustrated, they don't know how to go to an interview or they can't read or write, and they want to lash out at the world. That boy knew calling him a nigger with type of feelings. When somebody call you a nigger, it ain't a term of endearment. He knew exactly what he was doing, and you got this one woman on TV. The teacher should be no better. But some parents saying no, 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 no. And some students said no, the boy was wrong. And he was wrong. And it could have been far worse. That man could have grabbed him and choked the living shit out of him. These motherfuckers always, they ready to thump the black folk. But when white folks say and do shit to them, they docile motherfuckers. Now, if y'all haven't seen the video, I'm gonna try to find that video, link to that video in the various articles, and look for it in the description box, in my description box, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And any of you out here talking about the teacher should have known better, he's a teacher, he's a human being. He walked away from the kid kept taunting him and calling him a nigger, and they put hands on him. He's supposed to beat this boy ass. I'm telling you, they're gonna fuck around with the wrong black man or black woman one day. They ain't gonna touch them, they're gonna pull out a piece on their ass. These motherfuckers want to be white so bad, but whites don't want them around. White folks know who they are. But these motherfuckers want to, just like we got to get ahead. We got to disrespect black folk. Blacks ain't did nothing to y'all. We don't fuck with people like that. But everybody want to lay hands and make threats to us. But the more we defend ourselves, we the bad guys of the story.